When I practiced Padmasana for the first time, I felt pain in my knees. I thought I just had to push through, but yoga taught me otherwise. In this video, I'll share why pain is not progress, what the real root cause often is, and the drills that prepared me for safe and pain-free Padmasana. Knee pain in Padmasana is common, but here's the truth. The knees are not the problem, the hips are. The hips lack mobility, the knees take all the pressure. So instead of forcing the knees, we need to prepare the hips. This is Baddha Konasana, the butterfly pose. It gently opens the hips and prepares the pelvis for external rotation. Keep your spine tall, don't force the knees down, and breathe naturally. The second drill is hip internal and hip external rotation, 90 degree rotation. This will facilitate both internal and external rotation on both the hip joints. Do it for about 30 to 40 seconds and try to do in your safe range. Make sure the knee doesn't feel the strain. Then we'll work on some seated pigeon swings to open the glute muscles. So try to carry your leg just like you're carrying a baby with both the hands, and try to swing the right leg at least minimum, say about 30 seconds on the right side, and then minimum 30 seconds on the left side as well. This will stretch your glute muscles and again internally and deeply stretch and facilitate more internal and external rotation, which is very crucial for Padmasana. Take a few seconds to slowly come back onto the tabletop and head into your seated pigeon stretch, working on both the sides. Now this will again help you to open the sitting bones and to open the lower back, will facilitate more internal and more external rotation. All the drills are going to help you in the same movement, but the approaches will be different. So sit for say about 30 seconds to open the pigeon on the left side and then to open the pigeon on the right side. So as you can see, do not force on 90 degree alignment. Make sure the back leg is having internal rotation and the front leg is having external rotation. To open the hamstrings in the front leg and to open the hip flexors at the back leg. The next drill is your Gomukhasana legs. Again, glute stretch, as I've mentioned, internal external rotation. Here in Gomukhasana stretch, both the legs are in external rotation, but equally stretches both the glutes, the right side and the left side glutes. Again, knee over each other, heels besides your hips. For giving that extra stretch for your spine, interlock your fingers and try to stretch your spine upwards, feeling taller and lengthier from the lower back muscles. Take your own time, do not rush into the stretches. Try always doing all the stretches on both the sides to bring that equal and opposite, or to bring that balance between the stretches, because Padmasana also need to be performed on both the sides. So if you feel, as I'm feeling, the other side is slightly more tighter, don't force through the pain. Make sure to do some adjustments, some variations. Try to adapt the best variation where you feel also safe. And then again, interlocking the fingers, make sure you lengthen the sides of the body, lengthen the back of the body. Hold the stretch for minimum 30-40 seconds and then release the leg, and just make sure to take a neutral position of the spine to release any kind of strain on the knee or to release any kind of strain on the lumbar region. The best pose would be Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana also facilitates more calmness in the mind. Since the head is lower than the heart, it will help you to calm down the mind for a while and also stretch the back and leg muscles. And now, finishing all the drill and combining all the drill, let's move into the first trial of Padmasana. We will start off with the right leg over the left thigh. You see the movement has come from the hip socket, the back hip socket, the front hip socket. Sitting in Ardha Padmasana for a few seconds, breathing deep, and then trying to lift the left leg over the right thigh, adjusting the sitting bones so that there is no strain on the knee joints. And then gradually, if you need a little height for your sitting bones, you can sit onto the block or a pillow. You might feel slightly tensed for first couple of seconds at the first trial of Padmasana. Calm down your mind, release the tension, do not continue to hold the tension in your joints. Relax and try to do a couple of deep breaths. Maybe 30-40 seconds you can hold the Padmasana on the right side and then allow it to release and make sure your ankles and knee joints are free. So do not stop at the first attempt. Try to do a second attempt as well. You can try it on the other side. Similarly, you might find it very challenging, like I am finding it on the other side. Very challenging doing that calf muscle rotation. And I'm just holding the position, building endurance, gently doing some rocks, checking whether it makes me feel safe or no, and then just giving it a try. If I don't feel safe, I would not do it. Similarly, when you practice Padmasana, make sure safety comes first. Don't push, keep pushing through the pain. So again, release the legs and make sure you just relax those knee joints, pat the thighs out, and just take a moment of breath so that you release the tension. Try to practice these drills for at least a week so that your hips are nicely open. The more your hips release here, the less strain your knees will feel in lotus. Now, after working on the hips, notice how Padmasana feels. And if you feel the requirement of practicing a few drills once again before you head into Padmasana after a couple of weeks, there's no harm in practicing. So you can practice a few more drills as I've shown in this video. Both internal and external rotation will help to create length in the muscles. Now there is ease in Padmasana and the knees no longer hurt because the body is aligned with readiness. So the myth of no pain, no gain doesn't belong in yoga. Pain is your body's signal to pause and not push. If you ever feel pain in the pose, step back, look for the root cause and work on the preparation. That's real progress. If this video helped you, share it with someone who is struggling with Padmasana, and don't forget to subscribe for more yoga wisdom. So remember this, that no pain, no gain. In yoga, it is the biggest myth. By working on my hip openers instead of forcing the pose, I not only healed my knee, but deepened my practice.